I'm Donna Ryan, and I am the founder and CEO of Birth Boot Camp. To tell the story of how I got involved in childbirth education, I have to go back to my first birth. And I had my first baby, was born in 1996, and I had all the bells and whistles. I had the epidural. I wanted the epidural. I didn't want to feel a thing. Just wanted the doctor to put a healthy baby in my arms. And so I don't have really any horror stories. Things went exactly as I wanted them to. Until I had a close friend have an unmedicated birth with her first. And honestly, I really thought, if she can do it, I can do it. And so I also read first 2 chapters of the birth book by Dr. William Sears, and that was life-changing for me. Reading birth stories was very important to me. And reading the history of childbirth in America. That was a big, big deal. I learned a lot about how we got where we are in this country. And I felt like we'd kind of been sold a lot of junk about birth and what it looks like, what it is. So I took a comprehensive course with our second baby, and we switched care providers. We had a nurse midwife in a hospital, but we did travel 30 minutes this time for that birth. And it was amazing. I had one intervention. They broke my water 8 minutes before she was born. But I was an emotional wreck. I experienced that high that we all talk about, we read about in a lot of the birth books, about this birth high. And I was emotional, and I looked at everybody in the room, probably kind of crazy-eyed, and I said, I can't wait to do that again. I couldn't stop talking about it with everybody. Everywhere I went, I wanted to talk about birth. And so eventually, I think my husband and I had a conversation like, I need to do something with this outlet, because really baby showers is not where people want to be educated. So I pursued a childbirth education certification, and I taught for 9 years before starting Birth Boot Camp. When we launched Birth Boot Camp in 2012, we were training a lot of people, a lot of former students of mine, honestly, that had kind of that birth bug had bit. And so I had a lot of people in Texas. It's still our state that has the most instructors and doulas. But at that time we were just certifying instructors. And so what happened, I quit teaching because I felt like I was cannibalizing my instructors. And so I really wanted them to have an opportunity. And I was running the company and working on curriculum and materials and that kind of thing. Since then, I've moved to the Black Hills in South Dakota, and I teach again. And so I'm so happy to be teaching classes again. There's nothing like sitting in a room with a bunch of couples and the light bulbs going off, and they are getting information and they're making really great decisions for their birth.